to. You can decline my friend request. Jay, how are you now? You are fine there. Can I ask you something, Jay? Can I add you now? Cause you know, hey you Jay, I know you for about 7 months. Jay, but I don't have you on my friendly list. Jay, I sent you a friend request more than 200 times, but you decline every friend request I sent you.
Let me actually take a poll about this, cause I figured out something. So somebody told me something recently, and this thing I'm gonna talk about today is actually super messed up, and I had to freaking mention it. I was gonna actually make a video about this. I might not. So there are a lot of people who play Roblox. Are you actually going to play Roblox? No, I'm not gonna play it. I don't wanna be 12 yet. But let me take a poll. Again, this thing is actually messed up. This is actually messed up. So let me take a poll. 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 Again, this is seriously messed up to the point where I wanted to make a video about this. It's not about this. It's not about this. It's not about this. It's more like Roblox is trying to do something that's gonna cause some obvious problems, and I had to call out. I just really had to just like call them out before it happens. I really hope everybody listens to what I'm gonna talk about today. Ready? So first of all, do you play Roblox? Let's see. No, I'm serious, by the way. I'm kind of desperate too. What time is it in Japan? It's 12 p.m. right now. Okay, so no 64%. Are you kidding me? Used to, but not anymore. Hello, Sora. Hello, Ghost Hawk. Alright, so I don't know like how many of you guys like know about this whole thing, but let me just first start talking about what Google Translate is, right? I mean, there's some good. It's not about games. So Roblox is trying to do something right now, and a lot of people are gonna freaking. Alright, let me ask you guys something. So, no, 66% right. So, you guys don't really play Roblox. Then, the next question is this one. Are they gonna ban children? It's not that, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that. So, let me ask you a next question. Do you study, do you wanna learn Japanese? That works. Do you wanna learn Japanese? Yes, wanna tell me. No more strip clubs in Roblox. It's not that, and I've never played Roblox myself, so I don't know if it's really a thing or not. But what I can tell you is, if you're learning Japanese and if you play Roblox, I saw 93% of the people here say yes. Alright, so first of all, let me tell you something. So you know how I've been saying like, oh my gosh, I've never learned Japanese, so I don't know how to teach Japanese. I kind of decided to teach Japanese a little bit on my stream, just because there's like so much demand for it, right? I didn't want to do it, but like I feel like I have to, because or I've seen like so many people who've been just trying to speak fake Japanese, and I feel like I have to just like put a period to it somehow. I legit was like feeling like that the other day. And thank you Benjamin Baxter, full-time Roblox dev here. After around 10 years, Japanese localization is awful in general. Very interested to see where this goes. So the game itself I don't have any problems with, but I saw this one tweet the other day and I was like, I don't know if it's a troll tweet or not, but if this is real, like I just have to talk about something before anything. And again, like I don't have any problems with the game itself, but this tweet is something I found the other day and I was like, here, Roblox Translate is coming to the platform very soon. Some developers are skeptical, along with some translators. According to Roblox, Roblox Translate is more accurate than other translation services like AWS, like it's Amazon, whatever thing, and Google Translate. And I'm like, really? So, right, right, I mean, right, so, did you guys know about this, by the way? Oh, really? Yeah, it's a real thing, so I didn't know about this, and I was not even gonna freaking do a stream about this today either, but I was like, it's real, and this is apparently the official, like, Twitter account. And let me just show you what the tweet was really about. Ready? This is some insane stuff here. So it says here, Roblox Translate. First of all, I'd like to announce the launch of Roblox Translate, our in-house machine translation solution. We heard all the complaints about the quality of machine translation in the past, and we wanted to make improvements. We wanted something that we could customize and something that could best integrate with Roblox workflows, so we built our own. And we are so pleased to share that for Roblox experiences, Roblox Translate is more accurate. Oh, it's more accurate than other machine translation solutions like AWS or Google Translate. Of course, there's still a long way to go, but we are committed to innovating and investing in Roblox Translate. We invite our translator community to continue. So, here's the problem. Ready? You say Google Translate is much better, right? Let me show you something. Like, so I've been just doing videos about Google Translate and like some machine translation stuff, right? It's never accurate though. And you guys say like DeepL translation's much better and whatever, but I recently figured out it's also kind of like a troll as well. And how can it be better when it's a bunch of squeakers? I'm gonna talk about that too, because I actually was doing some in research myself, and I found out some interesting stuff. So I think a lot of you guys were like watching my stream the other day as well, but I was basically playing with DeepL translation by myself, and I found out that DeepL translation does actually a lot of like interesting translations. Ready? So let me show you. Alright, so if you guys are learning Japanese, or like if you guys kind of speak Japanese, this is DeepL translation, right? Do you guys know what this is in Japanese? I mean, in English, I'll shut up is like what it says, right? So, do you guys know what it means? And do you guys know what I'm trying to say here? What is that BGM? It's some stuff. Alright, so you guys get it, right? So probably a lot of you guys speak Japanese, and probably some of you guys don't speak it here. Useshine baka is kind of like, this is what kids in Japan say. It means shut up, die, you idiot. Shut up. Usse is like shut up, shine is like die, baka is idiot. Shut up, die, you idiot. Yeah, STFU is kind of like the translation for it too. I'll shut up. Wow. 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 So here, this is doing some insane translation. You cannot tell like whether the translation's like messed up yourself or not. Cause here again, this is shut up, die, you idiot, right? If you put this thing here, it says damatteru, which means shut up. So if you just try to learn Japanese by using some machine translation, or like if you just try to speak Japanese by just using translation services like itself, there are some things you cannot figure out, because the original translation, original phrase in Japanese here is shut up, die, you idiot. But it says I will shut up. And if you put it here, it says Shut up. Shut up. Like, you shut up. See? So, first of all, you guys have to know that, like, machine translation is never really accurate in any ways, right? Like, a lot of people say, like, oh,
DeepL translation's better, and you know what, like, oh my gosh, like, I use DeepL translation to watch anime, and I have, like, a lot of Japanese friends, and I use the Rosetta Stone to learn Japanese, but I use Google Translate and DeepL Translate.
I've seen so many people who do that, right? Like, it's actually a thing. It's actually a thing. The translation's so 攻撃的. Yeah, so it's actually a thing. And, so, I've been kind of telling this to everybody, but you can use some translation, like machine translators, when you know how the languages work. You can just seriously not put some random stuff onto some like machine translations and just expect them to work flawlessly. It's never a thing, so you have to know about that, right? So, first of all, if you wanted to actually do something, you have to like get a dictionary, kinda. And so what I'm trying to say here is, again, let me show you. Roblox Translate is not going to be accurate. Like, that's just one of the things that we know about. But the thing about it is, I think a lot of the users on the platform are younger than 17, right? So if they say like it's more accurate than any other people, then they will probably believe it and be like,
oh my gosh, now I know what people are talking about if I use this translation service.
And in fact, so this is on Twitter, right? I was actually checking like other tweets and stuff, and I found out people were tweeting some interesting stuff, and let me show you. So, does this count to chat? Messages in chat UI? I assume it wouldn't work since the player base has prestigious grammar. So, I don't know how it's better than like Google Translate or like DeepL Translate. But the thing about it is, and no, I'm not gonna do this. The thing about it is, if it's based on like what people say in the game, yeah, I feel like it's gonna just end up being chaotic. No, it's not that. It's not that. Like, somebody told me the other day, like somebody was like, hey dude, look at this. And what do you think about this? And I was like, because I work as a translator too, right? And I was like, okay. And then some other people are like also saying like Roblox Translate is better than Google Translate. Hard to believe for the corporation who can't even manage to have decent moderation. And here, this is actually good observation, but well, my guess is that they've trained an AI with data from existing games that would indeed make it more effective than any other model out there, which I kinda doubt. Because if it's built like that, then Google Translate is better, isn't it? Or am I stupid? Wait, am I wrong actually? If it's based on like player base, or like if it's based on like the games there, isn't Google better to even like begin with? Google Translate is terrible, but you say it's terrible, right? So you say it's terrible, and yep, so machine translations are kind of not really good to even like start with, right? So honestly though, you know what? Don't use Google Translate or like DeepL. If you wanted to talk to people, if you just wanted to read something, it works. Like, if you just put some news article there, then it works. But if you wanted to like actually talk to Japanese people, like, it usually freaking like usually ends up making some interesting translations, and I really don't understand anything. Whose hairstyle are you copying now, Sora? Weeb. And here. So I'm not trying to like insult any people who play Roblox or anything, but this is just the reality there, right? I'm just pointing it out. I'm just pointing it out. And Roblox のことあまり詳しくないんですが、Google トランスレートは単語か読み方にしか絶対に役に立たないかなと思います。本当その通りですよ。マジでその通りです。マジでその通り。Everybody listen to this Japanese person because like he's actually telling you guys the truth. ロブロックスのことあまり詳しくないですが、he's like, I don't know much about Roblox, but Google Translate is only useful when you want to know how to pronounce some words and stuff. And that's like so true, so true. By the way, when it comes down to like knowing how to like pronounce things, Google Translate is like actually one of the best like platforms ever. Let me show you. This is actually freaking accurate. So, do you guys know Dogen, by the way? Do you guys know Dogen, by the way? Tell me, yes or no? Tell me. Do you guys know Dogen? Yeah? Sure? So, Dogen is, by the way, I've been kind of saying this everywhere, but, if you wanted to learn Japanese, then Dogen is, like, the best person for it. Like, he is actually the best Japanese teacher out there, on YouTube, at least. And if you wanted to, like, do something on YouTube, then like just go to Dogen's channel. Like if you don't know who Dogen is, just Google this. I'm not Google, but search this Dogen. And I'm saying this not because like I did a collab with him or anything. It's more like I legitimately believe what he does is the best for learning Japanese. Cause he also learned Japanese himself, and he knows how grammar works, and he knows like how to pronounce things correctly, and he knows how to learn Japanese, he knows how to teach Japanese, he knows like all the struggles, like see, he knows all the struggles to learn like Japanese and stuff. Like he's the best person for it. And so if you wanted to learn Japanese, his channel and his Patreon page actually works. By the way, I'm not getting paid for this or anything. I'm just saying this because I know that there's like a high demand for learning Japanese right now. So I'm just telling you guys to just, you know, watch his stuff because he legit is the best person. But either way, so here, I'm gonna actually make a video about this too, but so, do you guys know what this means, by the way? 臭いんだよしね. Is Duolingo useful? I'm gonna find it out this weekend actually. So stay tuned. Do you guys know what this means?
匂いんだよしね.
No, it's actually 臭いんだよしね. What the fuck? Okay, so it's not really good for knowing how to pronounce things. 日本語話すの難しいところは pronunciation. ピッチアクセントですかね? Yeah, so some people know what this is. Alright, so
匂いんだよ.
Alright, Google Translate is not accurate, never mind. It's not even accurate for pronunciation and stuff. No, it's not accurate. Yeah, so a lot of you guys guessed it right. It's 臭いんだよしね. It's not 匂いんだよしね. It's 臭いんだよしね. And it means you smell die, right? Ready? You smell die. It smells good, but I mean, it's whatever. I kind of expected this to be some, troll translation. But either way, that's not the point here. My point is, I was gonna say Google Translate is the best for learning how pronunciation works and stuff, but
匂いんだよしね.
okay, never mind. It was not accurate. So, if you're trying to learn how to pronounce things using Google Translate, it's not accurate either. So I'm sorry for, spreading the lie here. I'm really sorry for that. But usually it's great. Like, for example,
こっち来て.
Yeah, that works. So, そらちゃん、日本では金刺されますか? 刺されるかな? 刺されるけど、今は最近はあまり別に. So, just don't even pay attention to like any of the translation here. But if you wanted to know how to pronounce things, it works. Like, gotta go to bed and take my steroids. Take care.
うんち漏れそう W. うんち漏れそ
No, never mind. It's not good for like knowing how to like how to. It's not really. It's not even useful for like anything. Never mind. I was wrong. I'm sorry, everybody. I was wrong.
う。うんち漏れそ
Because nobody says unchi moreso. It's unchi moreso, and unchi moreso sounds like, yeah, straight up like troll to me. Now I know what to say in Japanese when my poop leaks. So unchi moreso is like I'm about to poop in my pants, but yeah, poop leaks. No, it's not that. 日本語って意味が近い漢字多いから、まあそれもそうなんですけど、じゃあ、alright, so let's see what Deeple translation says about this. One's poop is about to leak. Closer. Try Deeple translator. I mean, if you still think Deeple translation's like better than here, I. So this is some troll translation we found out on not Spanish, but stream the other day. So do you guys simp for VTubers, right? And if you guys speak Japanese, then like you know what this is. But so in English, it says like it obviously says, do you guys simp for VTubers?
Do you guys simp for VTubers?
And in Japanese, it's
お前らチューバーのためにシコシコしてんのかよ顔も
shilling. No, it actually means like, do you guys touch yourselves to VTubers? I'm gonna actually make a video about this. I've decided because like this is some next level troll, and not only this, I was playing with Deeple translation for 3 hours the other day, and so I'm gonna just make it Russia. Alright, so 決めんだよしね. Do you guys know what 決めんだよしね means? Can you guys tell me what it means? Who's running Google Translate? I don't know. Some AI learning languages? So 決めんだよしね. What is 決めんだよしね? Can you guys guess what it means? Tell me. 決めんだよしね. Yeah, usually if you put it on a Google Translate, I think it's like I'm sorry. Oh, it's fine, never mind. 決めんだよしね is like you cringy, die, you cringe kind of thing. 決めんだよ, because 決めんだよ is like you cringe. Die is like, I mean, しね is like die. But so Google Translate says it's fine, but it's whatever. I mean, it's Google Translate, so I mean, I expected this. But Deeple translation, on the other hand, says here. Ceremonial sake decanter with a spout and semi-circular handle. So yeah, 決めんだよしね. Deeple translation's like not accurate either, by the way. Like it's kind of surprising how a lot of people say like, oh, Deeple translation is just so better now. Oh my gosh, I learned Japanese on Rosetta Stone, and I'm like so. Thank you so much for the donation, Fluffy Biscuits. Oh my gosh, シコシコって何? It means to touch yourself. Like if you wanted to say like to touch yourself, like I touch myself, it's シコシコ. 日本人男性はあの発音はえってよく言うとよく聞いた. いや、それは多分気のせい. And what else? This one? What are you VTubers suddenly talking about? So, what are you VTubers suddenly talking about? Like, you guys obviously know what this means, right? 日本人の周りで日本語を話すのは怖い。これね、これについては今から言います。so he or she'd saying, it's scary to talk to Japanese people in Japanese. But do you guys have any Japanese friends, by the way? And is it scary to talk to them in Japanese? Tell me. Because I can tell you some interesting stuff about speaking Japanese in front of like speaking Japanese people. 自分は覚えたとかなかったです。No, unfortunately. No. それわかる。Alright. Let me take a poll. Is it scary to speak Japanese in front of Japanese people? Alright, tell me. 何の単語でも怖いんですよ。いや、まあ、let me tell you something. こんにちは、そらさん、こんにちは。It's not scary, but I feel very silly. So, a lot of people are scared of like speaking Japanese in front of like Japanese people, right? I know what you mean though. I know what you mean. Cause alright, so let me tell you. The thing about it is like here. I even like uploaded this video the other day, and people in the comment section were basically saying something like, "Oh my gosh, I'm now insecure of my Japanese because it's not good." But no, that's not the point of like this video. By the way, like this one, I'm gonna watch right now. Did you guys watch this video, by the way? Exposing YouTubers who speak fluent Japanese. Did you guys watch it, by the way? This one. I'm kind of assuming that you guys watched it.
話すことがかっこいいことと思われてるからな
Yeah,
のか、とんでもない日本語を YouTube 上で使い、
俺高校
それを見た視聴
行っ
者
てるから慣れてる。うん、まあじゃあそうならばまあ知ってることも多いと思うんですけど。So the thing about it is like the point of this video is to kind of like say that there are a lot of people who try to act like they speak Japanese when they literally know zero Japanese. And somebody told me about this, but American pretends to speak Japanese. Where was it? TikTok. Oh, so I basically was talking about something like this, but this is like obviously satire. Like this person's like not serious, but here.
I'm getting secondhand embarrassment. その子のkashimas. Is Japanese a
So this is satire, 100%. A lot of people like this is real, but I think this is satire. Like it just cannot be real.
hard language? Soki tandaki do.
No, this is satire. This is satire. It cannot be real. And Kevbot, thank you. Apologies if someone already mentioned it, but I've been recommended by many Japanese people to use Reupload. It's considered one of the better translators. If you know how Japanese works, yes, it's the best one. Like if you know how to fix it yourself, then it's the best one. Like I use it myself too. Like if I like when I work on some translation work, I use it actually. If you know how the languages work, yes. Miaoba, yeah, she is also doing the same thing, but
しかしあんたが練習すればあなた良きになります。
so this is obviously satire, right? This is 100% satire, but like I was talking about people who do this. And this is satire because like I mean this person's like legitimately making fun of those people who do that, but there are so many people who actually do it. And speaking Japanese itself, it's like never cringy. Like you can just make a lot of mistakes and Japanese people seriously don't care about it. Like people will just tell you something like, "Ah, Nihongo jouzu desu ne." So it will be fine. This is not even trying to speak properly. Yeah, so this girl, I'm pretty sure she's just trolling. She's never serious. Miaoba is a guy with a voice changer. Yeah, that makes sense. And an original name, thank you. Your looks like a lot like my mother's vag. What a coincidence. Thank you so much for telling me that. I really appreciate it. And so, let me tell you something. Speaking wrong Japanese in front of like Japanese people is never cringy or embarrassing, but it's actually a plus. And do people use kimi wa anata? No, we just never say kimi wa anata. We just never say you in Japanese. We never say that. We just say like, yeah, we just say it without you or I or yeah, whatever stuff. Let me tell you. And thank you so much for the donation. Furuya Natsu. Can you explain the Jozu thing? Like, I speak basic Japanese and with some idols and use small words and sound like a 4-year-old. But I've been josed by, even though my Japanese is horrible. Is it like an encouragement or politeness thing? Alright, so how many people? So have you guys ever encountered like this one thing where you spoke Japanese in front of like Japanese people and they go like,
Oh my gosh, your Japanese is so good. Nihongo jouzu desu ne.
have you guys ever gotten that? I've gotten that, by the way. I've gotten that myself too. Like, I've talked to so many people like, you know, on the internet in Japanese. They told me my Japanese is good. That happened to me too, by the way. But let me explain like what that is. So, 君たちあなたたち is fine, even though, yeah, no, it's not that. We just never say like 君 or あなた or I guess, yeah, we might say these, but it's just, we never really say like you. 名前で呼びますよね。そうそうそう。We usually use names. We don't really use like other stuff. And Michael Shimasu, thank you so much for the donation. So here, the whole Nihongo Jozu thing, let me explain. Alright, so I have a question. I don't know where you guys are from, but on my channel, like 89% of the people here are Americans. So from my experience, if I speak English in the States, nobody really tells me my English is great or anything. Like, I mean, some people do, but like, it's just they are trying to be nice. But, alright, so in your country, what if there's a guy who speaks English like this? Ah, nice to meet you. I am Sora. I am from Japan. I want to be friends with you. Ah, I learn English. Teach me Japanese. What would you say to the guy? Tell me, what would you say to him? If somebody speaks English like that, tell me. They will think you're weird. I would laugh. In America? Depends. But true. They won't care. I would say okay. So, nobody is gonna say like, oh, your English is good. Yeah, okay, so this... Nice to meet you, Sora. My name is Unchi. Hello, nice to meet you. I would address him, but others I don't know. Hanashimasen, I have no idea what to react. That was cute, actually. If you think that was cute, I think that's just because I was trying to act cute, because like that's just, you know what people in anime do, right? アメリカ人がアニメ日本語喋るともろ怒る。まあそれはある。And Alonso Nissan, thank you. I think Google Translate is the best when you know Japanese, but you still not knowing kanjis. In my case, I make the phrases and I just look for the correct kanjis. Alright, so there's actually a way to use Google Translate or Deeple Translate in the proper way. If you know how to use them properly, it's good. And wait, let me talk about this in like 5 minutes, because I have to talk about how to actually use Google Translate or Deeple Translate. Alright. And by the way, so there's this new thing that's gonna come out on Roblox called Roblox Translate, right? Again, and this thing again. Just saying, if you think like this is gonna be like automatically better than any other translation services, no, it's not. It's not gonna be better. It's gonna be same, because again, Deeple Translation is the best for sure. Yes, I agree with everybody out there. But still, Deeple Translate still does some truly translations, and people seem to know it's kind of fake-ish already. So, so somebody pointed out that somebody used the like Roblox Translate whatever thing, and what showed up there was giant PP. But yeah, so again, I'm just trying to say that like Roblox Translate is like never better than any other stuff. I'm just saying that it's the same for any other stuff. But yeah, it's not that important. So how to actually use Google Translate or Deeple Translate? Let me show you. That's Thai language. What was it actually saying? Thai people, tell me. What is this? Is it accurate? That one's correct. Oh, okay. So it's actually correct. Never mind. So somebody just like freaking typed giant peepee. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I'm sorry, but Roblox Translate is very accurate. I'm sorry for that. Alright, so but how to actually use Google Translate or Deeple Translate? Let me demonstrate. And again, if you just put like whatever sentences on a Google Translate or Deeple Translate, it's usually truly. It's never useful. But let me show you how to use it properly. If you just follow my directions, you are not gonna mess up any of the things. Ready? So what I want you guys to do is not this. I don't want you guys to just go to Google Translate and be like, oh my gosh, do you like girls, bro? And then it says like, do you like girl allies? But yeah, I don't want you guys to do this. It's even better. Never mind. And again, let me talk about this later. So, how to actually use Google Translate? First, think Google Translate is somebody who doesn't speak your language. So you have to be very accurate and very formal about what you talk about here. Ready? So like what you do is, instead of like, do you like girls, bro? You shouldn't go like that. Cause like if you talk to people who don't speak English, this is very hard to understand. Be very precise and just make it very easy to understand. Like something like, do you like girls? Yeah, that works. And then words like simps or like wrecked or like bro nakama, probably. Words like these never work. I mean, the thing about it is like, here, ready? It's in English and it's not even like trying to translate anymore. So make it very simple and very short too. Very short. Not just like only slang words. Very short. So don't make it like, do you like girls that play table tennis at home and do you also like my short small balls? Yeah, so I mean something like this. Don't make it long. こんなの翻訳するときのこんなのになんでソラさんがレクチャーしてるんだ。これね、本当にマジで Google 翻訳全部ぶち込んで送ってくる人が多いこと。I'm talking about some of the comments here too, by the way. Some of the comments like straight up like put something like this and go like, oh my gosh, I speak Japanese fluently. No, that's not what you were supposed to do. What you were supposed to do is here. If you wanted to translate it into Japanese, this is what you do. Do you like girls? Do you like small balls? Actually, this is not accurate, but yeah, what I'm trying to say is make it short. Use a lot of like periods or like question marks. Make it short. And then do this. See? Then now you kind of know how it's accurate or not. Then just translate it back into English or Japanese again. Short is good, yeah. So that's how it works. And it's better if you know like both languages, like me. In my case, when I work on like translation stuff, I use actually DeepL Translate and Google Translate. We use them. Yeah, testicles. That's a lot better. So instead of like typing balls, I'm not gonna really type it here because problems. But so the thing about it is, make it short and make it like separate. Like if it's like one long sentence, just make it like a 3 short sentences. And then what you do is translate it back into English or Japanese and whatever. And if you know both languages, DeepL Translate and Google Translate is actually what we use when we work on translation stuff. We actually use them a lot. So it's a thing and it works if you know how to use them. But just don't go like, just basically don't do this. Ready? No, grammar first. Pitch accent is like, it's sort of important, but it's not that important. And back to RM, thank you so much. And here, like, so if you wanted to know what this means in Japanese, like as in like how to say this in Japanese, don't do this. Ready? Don't just straight up copy it and put it here, like this. Then, yeah, so it's, yeah, kind of funny. We know like sort of what this could probably mean, but like, yeah, don't do it. Instead of that, you do this. You just get rid of lo and I love how and Google Translate. And then I'm glad. And period here. You fix it. Then it makes much more sense. Make it short like this. Like 2 different sentences. I think it's better if you can also like make it 2 different sentences. But yeah, then it works. Like this. That's how you properly use Google Translate. And so the thing about it is like what I was talking about. As to Roblox Translate, I feel like a lot of people are gonna just automatically believe that it's the best translation service ever. And again, I have to say it's not gonna be that better or anything. It's not gonna be that different. But DeepL translation is probably the best one for sure. Write like a textbook. Yeah, basically, do this. And you'll be fine 60% of the time. But it's never still accurate. So you can have to know like both languages. But if you don't know how it works, then yeah, do that. By the way, if you guys know like who Kakushaku Rin is, Rin-san. Do you guys know who Rin-san is, by the way? Rin-san, as in Kakushaku. Do you guys know this girl, by the way? Yeah. I feel like, yeah, a lot of you guys know who she is now. Because I trolled her like freaking so many times. She's just a friend of mine though, by the way, but and she does a lot of like English translation here too. And you know, like she doesn't really do messed up translation that much. So there's no translator for her channel or anything, but she kind of does a great job here. The reason is I kind of told her how to use Google Translate, I mean DeepL Translate, and I told her to just like make it short and translate it back to Japanese again and make sure if everything is fine, and it kind of makes sense. Still, some stuff looks hilarious and like some stuff like sounds wrong, like in some occasions, but usually it's fine. I thought you did the translation. No, I mean, I have nothing to do with like her channel. She's just a friend of mine and nothing more than that. So I was like, no. She kind of asked me like once before, like, hey, can you help me with like translate this stuff? And I was like, no, I mean, that's your channel. I have nothing to do with it. Because if I start doing it, then I have to probably start doing it for like other people. And I don't think it's fair. So I was like, yeah, just do it like yourself. Like, I don't want to do it. Because if I, accept it, then yeah. There's gonna be like this never-ending circle. So, but yeah, she does that, and that's kind of why her like translation is kind of accurate-ish. So remember to make it short. Remember to put it back to English, and remember to use easy stuff, and write like a textbook basically, and it works. And you can just say like, she has a lot of simps, and a lot of simps thought I was going after her, and they hated me for that. And I kind of wanted to say this like, without sounding harsh or anything, but like that's actually the truth. So, and back to the RM, this is the Chin Chin Police. Hands up, pants down. Thank you so much for the donation. Really? Yes. I think I talked about this before, but so on her channel, I talked about this before, and I don't really want to sound like I'm being mean or anything, but so her channel is basically like an idol channel, right? So she's an idol, basically, and there are a lot of like people who like her that way, because obviously she's an idol, right? And this guy called Sorda Troll showed up being like,
Oh my gosh, Rin-san, oh my gosh, your task manager's like on your desktop and I can see.
And I started doing like a lot of collabs with her, and like, I started like talking to her and stuff, and yeah, they thought I was going after her, and I was like, no, I mean, I don't see her that way. And she was like, no, Sora's not like that, Sora's gross. We are like that though, but like that happened, right? But so the thing about it is like, whatever we say, when they think I'm going after her, it's just not gonna stop, right? So that's kind of what happened between us too. Like I was like, no, Rin-san's just a friend and nothing more than that though. Like I kind of see her as a guy, like legit I do. I don't see her as a girl. I don't see her as a girl, like at all. Even one person, she knows about this by the way, and she told me I'm kind of, harsh for saying that, but I was like, but I don't really. So I was like, Rin-san, I don't really see you as a girl. I see you as like a guy friend of mine. And she was like, I don't know how to feel about that, but if you, it's alright. And I was like, yeah, I mean, thank you, cause And thank you so much for the donation, Alonso Nissan. By the way, Shinebaka in Spanish gets I have to do it. Yeah, that too. So. And Portela, by the way, Sora, remember seeing you on the chat of a certain beer VTuber. She banned you. What did you tell her? Beer VTuber. Isn't it like a fake account? Because I never watch VTubers. I'm serious. No, it's a fake account, 100%. If it's me, here, you will see like this checkmark thing. Oh, bear VTuber. Sorry, bear. Sorry, bear. Sorry, yeah, bear, yeah. So, yeah, verified mark, yeah. So I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah. I think it's somebody different. It cannot be me. Bear VTuber, she banned you. Wait, what are you talking about, actually? Well, which one are you talking about? In Portela? And I have to still talk about this. And thank you so much, Loyal Mutomo. I mix English with some specific Japanese words on Depot, and that helps to make it a bit more accurate. For example, thank you for the Haishin blah blah blah. That works too, yeah. So the thing about it is, I don't really watch VTubers. The only VTuber I actually watch is Rin-san, because she's a friend of mine. And I don't really leave comments either, because if I leave comments, then the usually chat goes like, oh my gosh, is this so? And I feel like it's not something I should do. So yeah, I don't do it. If I leave comments, then it's usually just they are usually friends of mine or something. But yeah, so I never do anything. I never get banned or anything. She deleted your messages from the chat. I don't really think it's me though then. Wait, I don't really think it's me. I think it's somebody fake. Oh, by the way, yeah, remember, this verified mark thing is the proof, like, how it's actually me. So, like, yeah, if he or she didn't have this thing, then it's not me. It's like a fake account. There are a lot of, like, fake Soras out there, so just saying, I'm just saying. The only VTuber I watch is Rin-san. That's it. I don't really watch other people. And when I leave comments, that's usually I just usually just want to just tell them like, oh, I'm watching your stream right now, so you cannot mess up. But yeah, and I'm sorry, let me kind of talk about this now. So the reason why Japanese people tell you like, oh, your Japanese is great, is because it's like a culture here. You know how Americans talk about like how, oh my god, oh my gosh, I like your shirt. Oh my gosh, I like your shoes. Oh my gosh, I like your pants. You know how Americans do it, by the way? Not only just Americans, but you know how a lot of like people do it though. And D, I know, I love the D. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. So yeah, a lot of like Americans go like, I like your shirt. People in Japan don't do that. People in Japan don't do that. Instead, they do here in Japan. 日本語上手ですね. Your Japanese is good. So talking about appearance or like talking about shirt is something like we just don't do in Japan. I don't know why. I don't know why we don't do it. Like if you say something like, oh, I like your shirt, oh, I like your shoes, it kind of sounds like you are hitting on us. Instead, we talk about like something that has nothing to do with like your appearance, I guess. And it's not encouragement, it's politeness. It's more like, and we kind of believe that your Japanese is like legitimately good as well, because I have a question on everybody. In Japan, you guys know how many languages are spoken in Japan? Tell me. 3, 2, 1, go. I like your shirt. If you say that in Japanese, it really sounds like you're flirting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 4, 20, 1, 10 or more. Yeah, 10. What? 3, 0.5. 日本語はそんなにメジャーじゃない。そうなんですよ。本当にその通り。Alright, so the answer is here. The number of languages here in Japan that's spoken in Japan is I kind of want to say two, but it's technically one. And I feel like a lot of people in Japan will say like it's only Japanese as well. So we technically learn English here in Japan too. So I kind of want to say we speak Japanese and English, but reality is I don't really think we speak English. We know how to read English. We know how to write English, but I don't really think we actually speak it. The reason is simply because we take English classes, right? But it's more for reading books and more for writing papers and stuff. 日本住んでどのぐらいですかですね、実際確かにそう。So the thing about it is like we don't speak any other languages but Japanese, right? How about English? Again, like we know how to read and write in English sort of, but we don't really speak it because it's more like people in Japan don't know how to speak English here because if you try to speak English in Japan, what happens is like even though like you are speaking good English, you get a lot of like attention and especially at school, people go like,
Are you trying to be American or something? Oh my gosh, you American wannabe, you American. Oh, you oh my gosh, you are Japanese and you love America so much to the point you are trying to be American.
And thank you so much, Nathan Smith. Can men in Japan run without their shirt on? No. Nope. And so that happens. By the way, I've gotten there so many times before. それもそう、本当にこれもそう。So the thing about it is, from my experience when I was back in high school, again, so let me tell you, I've been speaking English since I was like 7, so I could sort of like read and speak Japanese, not Japanese, but English. In my case, I didn't have to think before like speaking or anything. I didn't have to do it back in school. But, in English classes, I legit had to freaking speak English like this. Like if I wanted to read textbooks out loud in front of people, I had to do it because everybody was doing it. If I go like, so, person A decided to suck his something like that, they would just go like, he's American, dude. That guy is trying to be American. I mean, cool. That's cool for him. He's trying to be American, dude.
Like seriously, this guy is like, he probably listens to like, Justin Bieber. Oh, but Justin Bieber's cool. Like, yeah, Justin Bieber's cool, yeah. Oh my gosh, I want to be like American too. Really, dude? Are you also an American wannabe?
By the way, if you speak English in Japan, everybody thinks you're American. Like, there's no British, Australian, like any other Europeans out there in Japan. So, and 来年日本に留学しに来るから覚悟が必要だよね。ぶっちゃけ大丈夫だと思う。本当に。ぶっちゃけ大丈夫だと思います。So the thing about it is, so that's kind of why we don't speak English here in Japan. And so we don't speak any other languages. Like we only speak Japanese, right? So we can have some respect for the people who speak English and Japanese, both languages. Especially Japanese people truly believe that Japanese is the most difficult language out there, which is partially true for English speaking people. So we definitely believe that our language is the most difficult one ever, right? So if somebody speaks it, we just go like, what the fuck? English! There's only like one writing form in English, and we have like 3 different like writing forms, and we have like honorific language, we have like a polite language and everything. So in Japanese, it's supposed to be more difficult, but this guy speaks Japanese as a second language. What's wrong with him? Oh my gosh, his IQ must be 270. I've seen it, like I've seen so many people say something like that, so it's actually a thing. And let me just watch this now. But thank you, S. And I'm gonna talk about like as to whether it's really embarrassing to speak Japanese in front of like Japanese people or not. It's not really. So you know how a lot of like people do it though. And D, I know. I love the D. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. Wondering hat. Asian countries' English classes are weird. Anyway, true. And Nathan Smith, can you speak English in a British accent? It's something I cannot do. I don't really have like a lot of British friends, so I cannot do it. American one is, yeah. Roblox の議論は終わりましたか？なんとなく終わりました。ソラちゃん、ヒヤキム見ましたよ。まさかコラボするとは。誰ヒヤキムって？誰ヒヤキムって？Wait, I did a collab with this person? Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Wait, who's Hugh-Kim? Wait, what? When learning English, do Japanese students also learn about cursive? No, we don't. We kind of never learn it just because like learning alphabet itself is kind of like a pain in the neck, right? Korean guy. Featured, not club. What? Wait, what? If I get copyrighted for blindness, I might actually quit YouTube.
Do something. Boy, like body Google Translate.
ザース
Okay. That. I mean, you have Twitch? No, I don't. Alright, so let me talk about something. So, here. The question somebody asked me earlier was, it's embarrassing to talk to Japanese people in Japanese. But the thing about it, it's not plagiarism. It's actually a thing in Japan. It's not like something I found. It's like, Sora-san is in the video. What? Wait, what? Us is my everything. Us is where I belong to. I won't give you just. Oh. That's cool. I mean, I won't give him my ass, so. I don't know what I just said, but yeah, that's cool. That's cool. いや、今初めて知りました。でこれあのビデオいろんなところで取り上げられてるから because PewDiePie even like watched it like on his channel too, so like yeah, I mean letting him 10 million views and copy mouth earth, mouse ass, yeah, right, that's how we say it in Japanese. But yeah, so here, let me talk about something really, really important. So it's embarrassing to like speak Japanese in front of like Japanese people, right? It's not even embarrassing though. Again, Japan is a country where Japanese is the only language that's spoken, right? We don't speak any other languages here. So if you speak Japanese in Japan when your first language is not Japanese, what people say in Japan is like, this guy speaks Japanese? When we don't know any other languages but Japanese? And Japanese isn't it like this most difficult language in this whole world? Huh? He speaks it? I mean, we can tell his Japanese is not perfect, but still. What's your IQ, bro? 195? It's an honor for Japanese people. Yes. It's an honor for Japanese people. The thing about it is, again, so, you know what's funny though? A lot of people in Japan, including, 大げさじゃない、これマジっすよ、実際。A lot of people in Japan, like, a lot of my friends actually, truly believe, like, nobody cares about Japan. And they truly believe that Japan's like worth nothing. Like there's no culture or anything. True. Yeah, see? This guy's Japanese, by the way. He's Japanese and he's saying true. They think Japan's nothing. あ、リンさんだ。
何ですか？あれ？喋ってますか？あ、もしもし。なんだ？喋ってる？声聞こえないですよ。ちょっと、もしもし。で、寝起きなんですけど。
28時間という長い時間でしたが、これだけ
パニスナッチ。なんなんだ？何ですか？は？何？ちょっと画面が見れないから、なんだこの状況。ソラさんどうしたんすか？ソライズゲイアルパカ？
I really like when you actually troll people like Rin and such an apple guy. Such an apple guy thing is it's a skit though, by the way. 寝起きだから頭働かなかったです。はい、わかりました。お疲れ様です。So the thing about it is, people in Japan truly believe like Japan's like worth nothing, right? And by the way, I have a question. Are there any Japanese people here? あ、日本人の人いたら1って言ってください。If there's like Japanese people, say 1. Say 1. If there's a... Oh, wait. Fresh bit nuts, thank you. If Japanese people found out that it's their third language, since Spanish is my first language, I'm learning... Would their brains explode? Oh, I'm learning... Wait. Third language, I'm learning. Would their brains explode? Yes. Also, lol, are they internally rolling their eyes if I mention anime I like? Depends. So the thing about it is... You guys probably have to know the history of like Japanese people and weebs. Alright, this is the very... Why do they think that? Alright, let me just explain everything. Their self-esteem, like our self-esteem is like the lowest ever, by the way. Probably the lowest in this world. I'm guessing. I could be wrong, but I could be also right as well. So here, the thing about it is... the most important history class ever. Ready, everybody? I'm gonna talk about some amazing history about Japan and weebs. That's why you guys are humble, huh? True. It's more like, it's not that we are humble, it's more like we truly believe that we are worth nothing. Like, it's just how we are. Alright, ready? In this world, right now in 2022, a lot of people want to go to Japan. A lot of people want to just visit Japan. A lot of people want to learn Japanese. A lot of people love anime. A lot of people love games and stuff that come from Japan. So, outside of Japan, people definitely have some stuff for Japanese people in Japan. True. But, in Japan, people truly believe it's the one of the not good countries ever. I kind of wanted to say some word, but I thought it was kind of offensive, so the reasons here. 10 years ago, when I was back in university, I'm currently 30. So back in 2012, Japan was not really a thing before. It was probably. But I remember a lot of my friends studied abroad in the States. What they experienced was this. No attention at all. As in, people were like, oh, you're Japanese? Cool. Huh. That was it. Back then. Being Japanese wasn't cool before. Anime existed before, but no, it kind of blew up like after 2015, like 16, like Attack on Titan and whatever, but like, I'm gonna talk about everything later. So, there were some weebs back then too. The K-wave, I was after that probably. So, I remember a lot of like my friends went to the States, went to Australia, went to England and whatever. Nobody really paid attention to like any Japanese people. And one of my friends told me this. If you wanted to get a life, you have to stay in Japan. He told me that. And I was like, really? And I was like, okay. And this guy was actually horny for freaking like a lot of people and stuff. And he also told me, if you want to get laid, it's not gonna happen outside of Japan, because they just don't care about you if you're Japanese. And I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't know that. So, true. There's been like more weaves since freaking 2019, yeah. Like suddenly. And then let me talk about like what's happening right now. So 2012, it was like that. And so our thoughts about Japan from like our perspective, we Japanese, was basically like, it was something like, Japan has nothing. There's nothing interesting. I mean, there's a samurai ninja, but there's much more cooler stuff in the States, in America. They freaking talk about America everywhere, actually, in Japan. If you just talk to Japanese people and ask them, like, if they wanna go abroad, they usually tell you, like, oh, I wanna go to America! Ah! そう、アニメはすごいマジでいいきっかけになったと思う。And back then, in 2012, anime, nerd, bad. It was like this. It was the time when saying I like anime was basically a taboo. If you say I like anime, you freaking get reported. Like, you get reported for saying I like anime. And I'm not even kidding. It was actually a thing. Maybe not reported, but like people would freaking stay away from you. Like, I remember that. So, all my nerdy friends, I mean, there are so many people like who like games and anime and stuff, right? All my nerdy friends, they freaking didn't mention it at all. I mean, they didn't get reported, but they actually got, I don't know, they got ditched, sort of. Because anime is for nerds, and I like anime as like social security. Yeah, basically. So, you know how you have to introduce yourself in front of like people and go like, oh, I'm Sora, I like to play pa 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 pa. Back then?いや、国のものとして、まあ確かにな、GDP 的にも抜かれてるからな、まあどこの国とは言わないですけど、需要は上がってるってことだけ。So, back then though, nobody said, I like anime before in Japan. It was just no. It was like, you couldn't say it. If you say it, it's like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself kind of thing. It was just that. So, and I'm from that generation, so that's kind of why I don't really watch anime. Well, like, I don't really play, like, anime-based games. Probably. Insecure, yeah, like, everybody was insecure about what people, like, see you as. Same for the US. No, it's changing there, though. It's changing there, though, right now. And it's completely different in Japan right now. So, instead, all the people who liked anime or games, they all said, I like to sleep, I like to read books, I like to watch TV. That was their hobby, and I thought it was really, really weird. Every time I talk to people, they say like, oh, I like to sleep, oh, I like to, watch TV, I like to read books. And when I talk to them now, they freaking say like, oh, I like anime out loud. I was like, what happened to you? そんなことがあって、いや、ほんとっすよ、マジでもう。You couldn't say I like anime back then. It was just, wow, you're a nerd kind of thing. Back in university. いや、オタクキモい時代、本当にそれ。マジでオタクダメみたいな。オタクファッションキメみたいな。 なんか VTuber があの時代にいたら終わってたマジで。キモいから死ねみたいになってた、絶対に。絶対になってた。Also, anime has become more mainstream in Japan as well. Yes, yes. It was not a thing in Japan. If you watch anime, you are not cool, so you are a nerd. Everybody stays away from you, and everybody goes like, "Oh my gosh, that guy watches anime. He probably has a waifu." It's what happened before everybody. I'm not trolling. And then suddenly, like things started changing. I remember this because I was a teacher. That was like around 2016-ish, if I'm not wrong. Suddenly, some anime started blowing up, right? Like, I think Attack on Titan, then Kimetsu? Demon Slayer, was it like around that year? I mean, I don't really watch anime, so I don't know about it, but it's like Kimetsu kana? Attack on Titan kana? Your Name, yeah, Your Name. Right, Your Name, yeah, it played a big role, yeah! Like, everybody watched it. And then, a lot of like celebrities on TV in Japan started saying like, oh, I like watching anime, oh, I like anime, oh, I like games. A lot of like celebrities, a lot of like cool celebrities started saying it, right? In Japan. And then people were like, oh, so cool people watch anime, cool people play games, cool people read manga. Oh, okay, so it's cool to say I like anime. Then suddenly though, I started seeing, and this was like when I was teaching, by the way, when I was a teacher. And thank you, Morgan. I have no soul after moving to America. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, so it was something like that. Because Hiraki, for example, Hiraki is a great example in Nakabe. So if you guys know who Hiraki is, I mean, if you guys don't know who Hiraki is, let me explain. That guy literally had no relation, like, he didn't even like watch anime. Like he didn't even say like he likes anime until like very recently. I was like, what the fuck? Here. So I have this one guy friend in Japan who basically likes to go to brothels. Maybe not anymore, but he used to do that. And so it's this guy. And he's like one of those like typical guys who freaking get girls like everywhere. He was that kind of person. How would people react to someone wearing one of those hentai face hoodies? Cringy, but in 2021 it's accepted. I feel like. I still think it's kind of cringy-ish. So this guy, Hiraki. And as you can kind of tell, he gets like all the ladies out there. He's freaking popular. He was like the most popular guy back in school. I went to the same school as him, and he was like freaking one of the most popular guys ever. Like everybody was like, oh my gosh, I want Hiraki. Oh my gosh, I want Hiraki's pee-pee in my ass. Like it was just kind of like that before. And this guy literally didn't watch anime or anything. This guy literally didn't do anything besides freaking going to places, buying clothes, buying some shoes, buying some stuff, and buying some, you know, expensive stuff, like, you know, buying a car, whatever. Hiraki was a pimp. Hamasaki Aimi kikimasen. And Maladicus, thank you so much for the donation. And then suddenly, he started saying this.
鬼滅いいよな。鬼滅俺もハマったわ。
鬼滅見てんの？俺も鬼滅めっちゃ好きなんだけど。
And this video is like legend based on like my experience. I didn't even mention it, but so basically back in 2012 it was this. Ready? 俺待て、それはまずい。
何お前アニメ見てんの？
こいつアニメ見てんの？
なんでアニメ見てんの？
いつからアニメ見てんの？
なんで？
いつから？
ね
え。
It was like this in 2012. I remember, like, back in university, there was like this one guy who acted like this, right? And he obviously like watches anime and stuff. Like everybody was like, "Hey, do you watch anime? If so, what anime do you watch? Sailor Moon, bro." Sailor Moon. He was like that. I remember that. So like this is legit based on my experience. And thank you so much for the donation. Corona-chan, did the popularity of anime in the West also make it popular in Japan? Yes. Anime became more normal around 2013 or so in the West. Yeah, so it's like around that. Yeah, basically. And thank you, Washi. Can you tell me why Japanese are interested in US? I'm gonna talk about this later because I feel like I have to. So it was like this before, right? And in 2022, it's this. それは
アニメだったら俺も見てるよ。
いや、これアニメじゃなくて兄って言ったら、
どんなアニメ見てんの？
鬼滅の刃とか。
鬼滅いいよな。鬼滅俺もハマったわ。
鬼滅見てんの？俺も鬼滅めっちゃ好きなんだけど。
なんだ、みんなアニメ見てるんじゃん。ちなみにさ、みんなどんなアニメ見てんの？
ジュース回戦。
進撃の巨人。
Literally like this. You see people like that everywhere, right? So that's kinda what I have to mention now, because like a lot of people asking me something like, do Japanese people like weebs? Do Japanese guys like not like weebs? In conclusion, I've been saying this, but Japanese people 100% like weebs because it's kinda accepted now. As in, like, watching anime is cool now. It's cool. It's like, oh my gosh, you watch anime? You know what? Let's go watch anime together, bro. It's like that now. So, you know what? When I was a teacher, I remember there was like this one kid who. So when I first met him, he was like 13 or like 15 maybe? I forgot. But he was like a type of like a delinquent guy who would freaking just fight like other kids, and he would freaking just go to the gym and he would be like, yeah, I'm so cool, bro. He was that kind of guy, right? And then I taught him like for 3 years, and when he got in high school, he suddenly started going like, oh, I watch anime. And I was like, what happened? He was Yankee, yeah. He was like, oh, I watch anime now. And he was like, oh, I'm not interested in 3D girls anymore. I'm all about 2D girls and like right now. And I'm like, what the? いや、これはね、オタク文化としてちょっとやばいっていうあれあったじゃないですか、当時って。そう、春日中学生の時ありましたよね。けどあれってなんか隅っこで行われてるやつですよね。今学年の中心がそれをみんな話してるんですよ。春日よくねって。今オタクじゃないんですよ。みんながそれを話してるんですよ、学校で。やばくないですかあれマジで。いやさ、180 flip。やばくてクール。そう、今は普通なのそれが。オタク別に普通じゃねみたいな。逆に俺がいけないのかいっていう。そう、yeah, it's like that now. And so this guy basically started freaking dating 2D girls. He bought a lot of like anime pillows, and he started like not dealing with 3D girls anymore. Like he basically had a lot of like different girlfriends. He had freaking 10 different girlfriends in a month or something. And then this guy suddenly went like, oh my gosh, you know what, Nezuko-chan so cool, sensei. And I'm like, you serious? And by the way, he told me what Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer was before that thing blew up. And I was like, dude, what happened to you? Like, why do you know this freaking minor manga, anime? And he was like, sensei, this Kimetsu no Yaiba, it's gonna blow up, sensei. I read manga and I watch anime 24/7. いや、ないと思いますよ、マジで。マジでアニメってみんな見てないですか今みんな見てないですか今だって普通に俺アニメ見てるよって言いますよね割と趣味アニメですみたいな、まあ、言う人によるか言う人と言い方にもよるか。 I think the great 一番いいあれはレペゼン地球って有名じゃないですか。レペゼン地球のフォイ君ってめちゃくちゃ陽キャのオーラ出してるのに、あの人が俺アニメ超見てっけどって言うぐらいっすよ。昔じゃ絶対ありえなかったですからね。あんなの昔だったらいやアニメとか俺興味ないからって言ってるグループが今はいや俺アニメ見れてるしむっちゃけ鬼滅超好きっすよとか言っちゃうんだよねあれ。 I'm sorry, yeah, so yeah, it's like that. And then in 2022 suddenly people are like, oh, if you watch anime you're cool, or more like, oh, you don't watch any anime? What's wrong with you? It's what's happening right now. It's what's happening to me right now. I'm from this like generation, right? Like where watching anime was not cool. Like it was just for nerds and stuff. And so I've been like that since then. I've not changed. And then Hiraki freaking just started watching anime. いやほんとマジで今アニメ見てないって言うと逆に浮くし話しといていけないんですよマジで今。So like if I say something like I don't watch anime, people will like, what, really? But you know Kimetsu no Yaiba, right? You know Demon Slayer, right? And I'm like, no. And they go like, what? You've never watched Demon Slayer yet? What's wrong with you? Which is basically what happened between me and Hiraki Nakabe the other day. And I'm like, okay. And thank you, Jesus Christ. You need to watch the new HBO show, Tokyo Vice. Thank you so much for the donation. I might watch it, yeah. Basically, yeah, basically. So I'm from the generation, and I'm from like that, like I don't watch anime generation, right? So I don't know any anime, but now people freaking talk about anime everywhere. And I'm friends with like this one guy who's kind of like a delinquent. He would freaking go outside and actually go to brothels and whatever. It's a different guy from Hiraki. I kind of play games with him like a lot. And even he told me like, hey dude, I watch Attack on Titan. If you have any questions about Attack on Titan, ask me. And I'm like, what? You too, really? You too. I still don't know what Attack on Titan's all about. What the fuck? Dude. そうなの。これ本当にそうなの。But right now it's like that. But it was not like that before. It was not like that before. Like nobody freaking watched anime, trust me. Like it was not cool. Like I mean the greatest example is Nakabe. Nakabe is freaking some model looking guy, right? He's a freaking model looking guy. He's like he was freaking popular like everywhere. He's still popular everywhere now. And this guy told me like, oh, I watched Kimetsu no Yaiba. I watched Demon Slayer. Oh, you don't watch it? What the and I was like, dude, what the fuck? It's not like you guys are from the same generation as me, and you guys suddenly started watching anime and started playing games and started watching like a lot. So it's like that now, right? And then, at the same time, people in the West also started watching anime, right? And they started going like, oh, Japan's cool, oh, Japanese sounds cool, oh, Japan's a nice country, wow, I wanna go to Japan. And then, look at what's happening. Now people are saying like, oh my gosh, I wanna go to Japan. So it kinda started changing around here. But our mindset is like still the same. Like, so the thing about it is like, we still think Japan is not a cool country. It's just like we like anime and like anime is getting cool and anime is more accepted. But we still think we are not cool because that's how we are. But outside of Japan though, people are going like, oh my gosh, Japan's a cool country. There's anime, there's games, and there's kawaii girls, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what's happening. So what's the messed up thing? Oh, you might have to rewind. But yeah, so that. And thank you so much for the donation. Allah Nissan, us overseas nowadays. I'm even paying for anime. That too! And thank you, Sotelo A. Can we have Rin's point of view or experience of the translations or English education of the Japanese by foreigners? I can ask her, yeah. S, and we recently had an event to introduce new employees at our Tokyo office, and multiple people listed their hobbies as gaming and anime, native Japanese people. It was not a thing! See? She works at a Japanese company, and even like Japanese people, like at an official place, like at a company, they are going like, oh, I like anime. You couldn't say that before, like saying that was like a freaking death sentence. It was like, you couldn't even survive in Japan. It's like saying something like, oh, I like Justin Bieber and I listen to Baby every day. It was like that before. And now it's like, oh my gosh, saying I like anime and I watch anime is cool. And now people are saying that. The same is happening outside of Japan, and that's just what weebs are, basically. And thank you, Art of Alert. Same thing in US in 2008 with Marvel after Iron Man. Oh, comic book superheroes, huh? Star Wars nerd. Then it blew up. Now top mainstream. True. So basically, this whole thing happened, and that's kind of why a lot of like people started liking Japan, right? At least, there are so many people who like Japan. Though they don't like anime, but still, that's partially the reason why they like anime. They probably say like, oh, Japanese anime is great. For sure, they say it. I mean, they probably like culture and stuff, but still, it's part of the reason, right? So, saying I like anime is now completely cool. It's awesome. So, going up to Japanese people and saying something like, you know what? I watch anime, girl. It's actually cool now. It's not cringy anymore. It's seriously not cringy anymore. You can go like, I watch Demon Slayer, girl. And they don't go like, oh my gosh, you cringe, you watch anime. They don't tell you that anymore. They go like, you are so cultured. You watch anime? You watch Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Oh my gosh, do you want to go see some anime together? これマジある。 実はみんな見てたけどオタク、いやこれはある、本当にある。俺は実際に本当見てなかったタイプだからだけど。And thank you Nicholas Ellerton. I honestly can't stand post 2012 weebs because most of them are just following trends and never had an interest in real Japanese history and culture. Back then 2012 weebs were all about fighting other people. So weebs in 2022 are like, oh my gosh, I like anime, I like Japanese people, I like Japanese food, I want to be Japanese kind of thing. It's kind of cool actually. I don't really think we mind it. Weebs in 2012 though, I kind of remember what they were like because I know some people like who actually came to Japan and they were like 100% weebs. But back then nobody knew like what a weeb was, so it was not, they weren't called weebs, but back then they were cringy actually, because like they would freaking fight other people, and they would go like, I know Japanese culture a lot more, I have more Japanese friends than you, I speak better Japanese than you, which kind of some weebs in 2022 still do, but still it was more hardcore before. And they go like, I know some places nobody else knows about. I have a friend who speaks Japanese like at a native level. Oh, my host family is full Japanese. I have a Japanese boyfriend. I have a Japanese girlfriend. It was a thing, like it was like a status. Yeah, it's still a thing, but it's like less hardcore. Like, yeah, because the concept of like weeb was not really a thing before, right? So yeah, they just still like freaking did it, but now it's a thing, so people don't do it because they don't want to be a weeb, right? And I thank you Joshua Craze. Edo period architecture is part of what got me interested in Japan. I think it's some of the best looking in human history, and often combine beautification and functionality is really well. Thank you so much. Some people like Japanese culture, like architecture, and especially history. People usually say history. That's true. But most of them, 80% of the people out there, like Japan just because anime, right? Tell me, here. Do you like Japan because of anime? Tell me, everybody. I know that's the truth. Show up, weebs. And thank you, Shaku Spygyo? Were there regular Japanese TV shows you like to watch? 法律のなんか相談事務所みたいなやつ。It was like a law-related stuff. I mean, partly. Yeah. So, I do not. I mean, you watched... I still remember, like, you were watching gay YouTubers or something, and, like, my stuff got recommended to you, right? I remember. So, everybody, this person called Jules Support Pumachu is a mod on my channel, but basically, she found my channel because, like, she was watching gay YouTubers, like, gay Asian YouTubers, and yeah, my channel popped up because probably my channel is related to gay channel. So yeah, so I like the food. Yeah, that too. I like Japan because of the latest technology. I don't really think we've got the latest technology here though, but yeah, I mean, it's just how it works. And thank you LemonJangy23. I've been a fan of K-pop for 10 years, and I think there's a difference between a real fan and someone who's just following a trend. Same with anime. Back in 2012, people were actually interested in it, not just bandwagon full fans follow trends. Yeah, it's kind of changing, but I don't really think I mind it though, honestly. I don't have it. I mean, I do kind of, but quality of life. Oh, quality of life. Yeah, it could be kind of, yeah. And price. Do you think Japan is expensive? Yeah, everybody. Alright, this is like the greatest question ever. No. Tell me, everybody. Do you think Japan's expensive? Yeah? Oh, most definitely. It depends what. And thank you, Alonso Nissan. Japanese bros also want to have overseas friends. I have so many friends. I mean, they aren't really that smart for saying this. I have so many friends who said something like, oh my gosh, I want to marry a foreign person because international marriage is cool, huh? I saw so many people like that, so yeah. Japan's expensive. Yeah. So I kind of have been talking about this everywhere. It depends on where you live. If you live in Tokyo, yeah, of course, it's expensive, but it's same everywhere. It's like saying like, oh my gosh, America is so expensive and you freaking live in like California or something. It's the same like that. If you live in like, for example, if you live in like Hokkaido, it's freaking cheap. Or like in my area, Chiba, it's freaking cheap. Food for me a month is like $100 actually. If I just don't eat out, if I just keep eating like what I eat at home, it's like $100. And what is it? Insurance, like your health insurance. That's like freaking. How much is it? It's like $100. No, what? How much is like health insurance in Japan right now? Well, I forgot. Wait, it's like is it $100? Less than 100, right? $50. It's something like that. Taxes. It's probably the same everywhere, I'm guessing. Okay. 社会保険? Yeah. I kind of forgot, but it's not that expensive. And health insurance. Yeah, that. It's like extremely cheap. Yeah, $50 だったっけな? It's something like that, right? And the rent for me is like water, electricity, whatever, everything is like $500 a month for me. So if I have $600, I can live without any problems. And some of you guys might say like, oh, $600 is like really expensive because like if we have $100, we can live for a month. But the thing about it is we get paid well too though. So average income in Japan, if you are 20, is like you get about $2,500 a month. And you might say like it's not like that much, like it's a lot, but think. Alright, so here's the thing. You get $2,500, right, a month, and that's like average for a 20-year-old in Japan. And then you have to pay like what, $700, $600, $500 a month. Isn't it kind of easy though? No, $2,500, not $1,000. $2,500 a month. But yeah, that's like a year, yeah. Average for 20-year-olds, yeah. Yeah, basically. And then it's like $500, $600, $700 for like whatever, like, you know, you do. So basically, yeah. But if you live in Tokyo, that's a different problem. But because like if you live in Tokyo, suddenly the living expenses will be like something like, you know, $1,500 a month or something like that, including like insurance and everything. So it really depends on where you live, by the way. And thank you, Scarf Rigger Designer, thank you. My currency is crappy. Yeah, I kind of know why, but I'm not gonna talk about it, but thank you. Say bandwagon in a sentence. My bandwagons. PP. And I like it hard. And Chris Nessel, thank you so much. Bahayari, hi, I'm from Europe. How's it going? And thank you, Alonso Nissan. Japanese bros also want to over. Yeah, I think I read this. And I think I read this. I think I've read everything right. Bandwagon. Is it like one of those things like where I just freaking say it like differently from like everybody else? Just like that one thing. Bandwagon. Wagon. Vagina. Bandwagon. Bandwagon. これって何の役に立つんですかBandwagon. Is it really how people say it? Am I just freaking getting like
Bandwagon.
Bandwagon.
Wagon.
Wagon. Wagon.
Wagon.
Oh my gosh, you guys are weeps. Oh my gosh. You guys are weeps. Oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, you guys are weeps. Like, oh my gosh, I watch anime, like, say borrow. Say borrow, then say it in a sentence. I borrowed. もうやだこれもうや
I'm not gonna fall for it this round. It's a thing. It's like found out. Say borrow, then say it in a sentence. I borrowed. Look at that! Who did this? Who did this to me? 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 Borrow. Say borrow. Then say it in a sentence. I borrow. クリンジというよりかは日本語だとキモいこいつキモいなと言います。So what he's saying クリンジな男だなこいつ but like I feel like he's trying to say this guy is cringy but in Japanese how you say it is this. Ready everybody? This guy is cringy in Japanese. こいつキメ こいつキメ Alright, that's how you say it in Japanese. こいつキメ Ready? こいつキメ This guy is cringy. And let's just put it on a Google Translate and see what it says. Alright, so こいつキメ Yeah, never mind. That's, yeah, according to Google Translate. こいつキメ in English it's こいつキメ こいつキメ
こいつきみ
Yeah, こいつキメ Yeah, you got it. You got it. This guy is cringy. こいつキメ Yeah, こいつキメ Yeah, so. And こいつキメ in Japanese is
こいつきめ
That's somewhat accurate. Oh yes, thank you for teaching. Don't worry. No worries. And yes, thank you. I actually don't know, like, say borrow. And they say it in a sentence. I bear it. Why do I say it like this? Who did this to me? It's like saying like milk, but milkshake, milk. jumped on a bandwagon. Borrowed a barrel to put it in the wagon. I jumped on the bandwagon. Borrowed a barrel to put it in the wagon. I jumped on the bandwagon. Borrowed a barrel to put it in the wagon. Only if I just pay attention to it. Alright, so I think I'm gonna get off soon because it's been like 1 hour and 40 something minutes. And so before getting off though, do you guys have any questions about like Japanese language or like Japanese culture and stuff? I'm gonna just answer some stuff and get off because life. I got some stuff to do. Japan にたくさん林ありますか？ありますよ、めちゃくちゃ。You didn't really? Oh no, damn! Lemon Jongi, Sora apparently. I said apparently this time! I never say it like that! I never want to be American! What the fuck? Sora apparently asked to borrow the wagon, so then he borrowed it after also borrowing the wheelbarrow. I didn't fall for it this time. Well, thank you so much for the donation. And Riley, Miloy, bye bye, Sora, love you. I love you too, thank you so much. And what is this? That's cool. I mean, I won't give him my ass, so I don't know what I just said, but that's cool. What you think? Sora say, can I borrow a wagon to put my milk in? Did you voice act the Roblox game? Oh yeah. The sensei is me. And what else? Like, I recently found out like there's like this one cool anime thing that I voiced, and I didn't know about this like until recently. KJ anime. Where is it? KJ anime. Feature? Fifi? Do you guys know what I'm talking about though, by the way? And thank you, Halt O Carrick. What do you do for New Year's in Japan? In my case, I don't do anything. I just go to like some shrines and chill and do nothing. No? No, people will be like, oh my gosh, you have 150 IQ for speaking Japanese. So. What is it? Oh. Let me show you something. Did you ever check out the Tetris game that you voice acted in? Kinda, but I couldn't hear my voice. Are most Japanese people racist? No. You guys will know why I'm watching this. There's a reason why I'm watching this right now. Yeah. You guys will know why I'm watching this. Don't worry. Oh. 近づこうというのか。 構わん。好きなだけ近づいてこい。ただしこれが最後だ。KJ の銃の型。5機死ねえ。さあ最後だ。KJ の銃の型。平然爆弾。もう全員始末したと思っていたが。やれやれやれやれ、こんなものに価値などないな。価値などない。何が起こったんだ。また新しいことを。もううんざりだ。二人とも殺してやる。その声は。そうか、ついに姿を現したか。ステルス、そしてキング。待てよ、あの電話の数々とは。
We know there's no point in dragging this out, so let's end it in the next blow.
It's a surefire kill. You won't stop this one.
やけに生意気なことを言っているな。
We're not cocky. We're confident.
向かってこい。時々あの日を経験していなかった。俺は今どうなってたかって考えることがあるんだ。でももうそんなことはどうでもない。なぜならばこれで終わりだからだ。 KJ の21の型。拳銃乱作権。
Surprise!
なんだ。
It took a while, but we were finally able to get you that gift.
俺の電話を壊したな。 俺に新しいのをくれるため。
The new and improved Phone 3.0.
俺のデータはどうなんだ。何でもいいからよく済んだ。It's called KJ's Final Ride. Yeah, KJ's Final Ride. But that's something I did like a while ago. But yeah. Goddamn. Goddamn. I'm sorry. That's just funny to me. So, but yeah. So yeah. It's like right. That's what I thought, dude. That's what I thought. It's actually better than some actual anime out there. So I watched it like yesterday myself, and I was like, God damn, they did some like amazing stuff out there. I just decided to watch this on my stream because like this was actually well written and well made. Not because like I voiced this or anything, it was just well made, and I was like, yeah. And because we are stupid, we have like a lot of counters for like everything, right? Anyways, yeah, I didn't do like any music stuff. No, I have nothing to do with it. Okay, so so who voiced it? That's a great question. So if I'm gonna just try to answer like your questions, everybody, and then after that I'm gonna leave because work and stuff, right? So let's go. My favorite anime, Anpanman. The worst mistake someone can make in Japan. Farting on train. It's all about a haircut. I'm actually getting up now. I'm sorry. Why are you like this? I don't know. I'm not gonna do that now. Watashi is for girls. Ore is like saying freaking me. Boku is like me. It's like me. Yeah. I'm a voice actor and I'm a voiceover artist, by the way, if you guys didn't know. I voice stuff and I do translations like for a living. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I haven't really done anything to learn English though. So I kinda grew up like speaking English and Japanese both. I haven't done anything. What? What? Okay. Kinda, I guess? Maybe? I never think about it, so. I guess maybe not. Japanese. Are you gay? Wait, what do you mean? So there's like such thing as like being gay on the internet? Is it what you mean? My secret, I don't really have any talents, so I don't know. Depends. Do your milkshakes bring everyone to the yard? Yes. A dog person. Hey, so lime! Using my cell phone keyboard translation, is it accurate? No. mean, you can tell. You can tell. You can tell from this. No, I never do that, no. Milkman. You mean like methodical? I think I talked to him yesterday, yeah. So when are you going to be exposed and have to go back to America? Probably tomorrow. How did you get into voice acting? A friend of mine who passed away told me to do voice acting because he thought I would do good. I would do well, and I just decided to give it a shot, and now here I am. I would have an erection. Would you date a hot guy or a nerd? Hot guy? I don't know. Yeah, basically. Presidential erection. Partially true. This is kinda hilarious, but partially this is true, so. Nah. Not really. Not really. I want to go to some countries, but not because, like, for that reason, no. 今日運動すべきですか Google 翻訳か。まあ、うん。Of course, yes. And thank you, Sakutareva. How do you feel Japanese people would react to a foreigner having a Japanese name and surname? We would be like, what the hell? Are you Japanese? Were you born in Japan? Do you want to be Japanese? We would just like feel like that, but that's just it. So. Flat Earth Society. Flat Earth Society. Twitch popular in Japan? Yes. Yes. I'll think about it. Any stuff that was translated by Google Translate. Angel, not Tenshi. Just don't go for it. Don't go for like a Japanese stuff, because no. Angel. Sunday, 12 PM. I stream on Thursday, 12 PM and Sunday, 12 PM. What's NND? I'm the reason you're short. Okay. What triggers? Nothing. I have no idea. Okay, so yeah, it's been 3 minutes, so I'm gonna leave now. So thank you so much for coming to the stream, everybody. I'm gonna just get my stuff done, and I'm gonna take a shower, and I'm gonna touch myself to Justin Bieber. So, have a great day. I'll see you guys on Sunday, so take care. Bye bye.